Live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video games, flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling news are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's the host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode number 275 of the show. This is the first AEW Event Center for 2023. And we'll tell you what happened. It just got over not too long ago. And I'm really excited about to tell you what is happening on the card. AEW Dynamite, as you know, coming up with a whole new look. And also, speaking of new looks, I'm going to try to do this, and I'm going to try to work on this next week. Expect new thumbnails for 2023. And the videos that I did all this week, they will be with the original thumbnails until I complete the new thumbnails, and they'll be replaced. The wrestling event centers and the flash game show gameplays, they will be replaced as well. If you want, and I might change up the introductions a little bit. Who knows? I'm going to be doing a lot of changing a lot of things around throughout this year, since it is a brand new year. So we need a brand new look, so to speak, with the thumbnails. So be well of that as we go along here. You might like them. You never know. Because I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to be more creative, and that's what I need to do. So there's that. So until then, we're going to stick with what we got here for now. And I'm not changing the name of my channel either. I'm sticking with Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977. Ricky Starks went one-on-one with the Ocho, Chris Jericho, and it was a hard-fought matchup. In fact, 2.0, Cool Hand, Angelo Parker, and Daddy Magic Matt Menard tried to get involved, but to no avail. Ricky Starks did pick up the victory, and meanwhile, Sammy Guevara, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia, after the match, jumped on Ricky Starks. And then Anna J.A.S. and Ty Mello decided to join on the fun until Action Andretti, full of P and V after what happened to him. We got a steel chair warding up everybody. Then he goes to clobber another member of Jericho Appreciation Society. Anna J takes the chair away from him, and Ty Mello low blows him, and then he held him back as they put Ricky Starks through a table. Ricky Starks is going to be full of P and V after that, too. So, look out. And Tony Schiavone had interviewed Adam Page. Adam Page says, doctor says, they say, listen, if they don't want me fighting John Moxley, I'll keep going. I'll keep going, being held back a week. John Moxley comes up, interrupts him, starts talking him. And he says, you know what, fine, we'll face next week. And so John Moxley, well, kind of restrained himself, which is very, very smart on Moxley's part. The next week they'll fight. And then Samoa Joe cut a promo on Darby Allin calling him a dead boy and all that good stuff. And Samoa Joe goes, you're raiding my kingdom, I'm going to destroy you and get you off my kingdom. He's king of television. Then the second matchup and the first championship match of 2023 for AEW. The tag team titles were on the line. The Acclaim versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Now, during the matchup, Billy Gunn gets ejected, and then when Sanjay Dutt and Sting start stuff, the referee ejects them. Then they take advantage of the situation. They end up pinning Anthony Bowens, but then Anthony Bowens put his foot on the ropes, but the referee did not see it, as Sanjay Dutt pushed it off. Supposedly, Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett won the tag team titles, but Aubrey Edwards, one of the referees of AEW, came out and said, nope, foot was on the ropes. Sanjay Dutt pushed him off. You didn't see it, though. So they decided the match to restart. The match will continue, and the match continues as the Acclaim did retain the tag team titles. So Tony Schiavone interviewed Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, claiming that Saraya does not get it and all that good stuff. So, and they said they don't care who she chooses for next week's matchup. Jack Perry decided to cut a promo on the firm, mainly Big Bill and Ali Moriarty. He said, I'll tell you one thing. One, I know we're challenging you to a matchup. So Jungle Boy and Hook, a.k.a. Jungle Hook, will take on the firm's Big Bill, a.k.a. W. Morrissey, and Lee Moriarty. Well, that loudmouth, Oakley Hathaway, the guy looks like if somebody shrunk Charles Barkley in the dryer, will be in the corner. Another matchup, Bryan Danielson and Tony Nese. And Bryan Danielson did beat Tony Nese. He calls out MJF for a fight. MJF goes, I'm not fighting you. He goes, I'll challenge, here's what you do. I talked with Tony Khan, that nerd. He made fun of everybody. And then he starts making fun of Daniel Bryan's mom. Because he didn't find a suitor. And then Bryan Danielson's mom. But then he said, and then Daniel says, okay, well, talk about your own mama then. I was like, oh, okay. He got upset. Fine, because Tony Khan goes, if you can win up to February 8th, I'll give you a title shot. And then Daniel Bryan first said, nah, I wrestle with her. Well, you have to do it my way. Smart Mark Sterling's got a filibuster. And then all of a sudden, Bryan Danielson says, fine, I'll humor you. I'll do it. But on one condition, I picked a stipulation. And a stipulation on what is something I'm going to expose you for. 60-minute Iron Man match for the title at Revolution. I say we go for that. And so and I looked at the calendar here, and Daniel Bryan's got at least 4 more weeks till February 8th. And that would be 5 weeks. He has to win 5 matches, or 10 if you count Rampage. So I know next week he's facing Konosuke Takeshita. So that's going to be a heck of a matchup. A.R. Fox went one-on-one with Swerve Strickland. Come to find out that A.R. Fox was Swerve Strickland's manager. They had a history over at Lucha Underground. But we still know, we know Parker Boudreaux, the Mogul Associates, is in his corner. And then you got the other tattooed guy. We still don't know who that guy is. Somebody tell the man's name, look it up or something. So anyway, Swerve Strickland did win the matchup against A.R. Fox. Renee Paquette talked to Saraya, Toni Storm, and Hikaru Shida. And Saraya says, hey, listen, this is the best women's division ever. And I'm sitting next to the best women's wrestler in the world. And then she looks at Toni Storm and goes, Tony, next week, you're my partner. And Hikaru Shida had a look like she was not very happy to hear that. She felt like she's been disrespected. And I think you're going to see a whole new attitude in Hikaru Shida. And you know what? I don't mind it one bit. And Hikaru Shida needs to have a little bit more of an attitude, I think. But I think Hikaru Shida forgets to realize, hey, Rebel's going to be in the corner of Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. I think Hikaru Shida needs to keep an eye on things, keep an eye on Rebel. And if Rebel wants to wrestle, we'll be at a 6-woman tag. Right now, it's a regular tag match. I think Saraya knows Toni Storm a little bit more because Saraya was still with the WWE when Toni Storm signed with the company as well. So that is a little... And I think Hikaru Shida is a homegrown AEW star. Maybe she's got to start listening to Britt Baker a little bit more. Who knows for sure what's going to happen there. And then the Guns come out. Colton and Austin decided to do a mock memorial of FTR. FTR lost all their titles, by the way. FTR lost the related titles to Dragon Lee and Dralistico. As you know, Dragon Lee's on his way to the WWE by the way of NXT. And FTR dropped the IWGP Tag Team titles to Bishamon, and obviously the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles were lost back to the Briscoes. So they tried to fool everybody with the music of FTR. They're not coming out, and so they said, that FTR is not going to work in AEW ever again. Now there could be rumors going around that maybe rumors. Take it with a grain of salt. They may be going back to the WWE. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what officially happens with the FTR, what their fate is. Sky Blue and Kiera Hogan went in a tag team match against Jay Cargill and Red Velvet. Red Velvet and Jay Cargill having a little bit of disagreement. Red Velvet's developing a little attitude against Cargill. In fact, she walked out in cargo during the match, but despite that, though, Velvet and Cargo won the matchup, and then Velvet's going bye-bye. And it seems like she don't want to be part of the baddies anymore. And then at the Battle of the Bells, I believe it's this Friday, Renee Paquette interviewed Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal. Now the matchup between them and the Acclaim for the tag titles is no holds barred. We know I believe Jade Cargill's defending her TBS title against Sky Blue. The All-Atlantic title will be on the line as Orange Cassidy defends against Kip Sabian. So a lot of matches happening already. And then the final matchup, the main event, the TNT Championship matchup, Samoa Joe defending against Darby Allin. And Darby Allin went crazy. But when he entered the ring, he hugged a young man by the name of Nick Wayne, who was the son of wrestling legend Buddy Wayne. And also, he is a wrestler as well, an upcoming wrestler. He's only 17 years old, though. So, anyways, Samoa Joe and Darby Allin went at it to the point where, Darby Allin went crazy, hit 2 coffin drops on Samoa Joe. We have our new AEW TNT champion in Darby Allin. And Sting came out to celebrate. And Sting was very, very proud of Darby Allin. And that is the first Dynamite of 2022. And that will be all the time we have on this show. Remember, look out for the brand new thumbnails. They'll be coming very, very soon. We get 2023, new year, new thumbnails. They'll be coming soon. All right? So check it out there. I've already started up with a Saturday Shenanigans. So that's the new show. So I'm really excited about these thumbnails. I'm going to make them, and I'll get right to work on them. And pretty soon, not tonight though. I got to get some sleep. So that's it. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'll see you in the next episode. Until that next episode, tomorrow's Banks on Tomahawk and Thursday. It's the first Banks on Tomahawk and Thursday of 2023. I'll see if I can try and win there. Okay? So thank you very much for tuning in. And until until next episode, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, tour for Bob Saget production, and in association with A Sweet Bofa Raving Dingleberry Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode of the show. See you on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now, and have a very blessed day.